this is Deutsche Welle, 1,500 employees from 60 nations, so we're labeled like the UN at the River Rhine. So if you like that one, there is, and here is the first major change when doing a company presentation. That even 2 years ago would say, okay, there we're doing programming, radio, TV, online, and that's it. Now it says program, content, and services in 30 languages. So here's a fundamental change in thinking. So we're not only putting programs out, but you will find our stuff on various other platforms. You will find services on our website, always available. And this programming or this content comes from three departments, and there is a Deutsche Welle Academy that does journalistic training, especially in developing countries, and is, I guess, a good partner of the EGC. So it's TV, radio, and DW World, which is the online offering. So here the first indication for a major change. One thing that especially when there's an event, a conference, that mostly deals with technology, I dare to put that in, because we're not doing it because we can do it so nicely, so sophisticated. We're so enthusiastic about the technology as well. We do it for that. We promote intercultural dialogue, understanding, tolerance, the values of the free press, free democracy. So that's behind it. Please keep that always in the back of your minds when you see people from the press talking about innovation, talking about technology, talking about media distribution. That's what behind it, and that is the true aim of it all. And also everything we do in innovation has to have that in mind and be targeted at that. Okay, that was it for Deutsche Welle. Jesus, always. As I said, media trends and challenges. That's very fast. You know this one, the long tail. We've seen that. The end of television, and then even an EC commissioner recognizing in 2006 media on the move. That's something that will be there, that will remain, that will sustain. So live up to that. Blogs, you name it. I only dare to put this up again, that there's so much content out there because we kind of managed to embrace at least a little piece of it with this Blogs Award, the BOPS since 2005. And it's called the Oscars of Blog by El País. That's as good as it gets. And this is, of course, something running up for 2007, sometime in fall, yet again. So we try to keep track of that whole blogosphere as well and do our homework here. YouTube, no, this is user-generated content, of course. You know that 90% of the top 20 most watched videos are from users. That this should definitely give us as professional media producers a second thought. Mobile media, again, just an overwhelming example of that it's happening, that it's really there. So many trials, mobile TV, mobile video. There are products in the market, so you have to have something for that channel as well. Maybe more important, even mobile web. Like the Hutchinson company is selling access-only packages, so they're giving you a mobile phone, and you don't need to buy any telephone package. Just UMTS 3G access, and that's it. And you're done. You can then do your calls by Skype, but the core purpose of that device is browsing, is web browsing, is mobile internet, and this is supported by lots of wonderful phones coming out right now, like the famous iPhone David has already, and that we are all envying since we saw it. Okay, then a major trend, content aggregation. So the content not in the context of say the original source, or not really in the context of your brand. That's maybe a problem, but that is something that Deutsche Welle, we're around since 1953 already, maybe somewhat more familiar with than maybe other traditional media like the other broadcasting channels, because we always used to have rebroadcasting partners that took our programs and put them on their frequencies or broadcasted them during available spot in their program. So maybe we hadn't had to adjust to that mindset so much. However, you may find your content now in the context of these giant video walls in between 14 million hours of content, like here on Blinks, actually the video portal that I personally like best. You can do fantastic stuff here that you cannot, like here putting on Maastricht and getting I don't know how many hits, but quite considerably lot of hits concerning Maastricht. That looks a bit like your birthday party on Tuesday, by the way. So this is all on one topic-driven search that you can do, and yeah, you have to know that this happens to your content, that there are engines out there that take your content and display it maybe into a new context, and you have to be aware of it. So do your homework on search engine optimization, that's an absolute must, but also think on content aggregation, things like NetWipes. You see here, put up last week the DW Word Deutsch Welle universe at NetWipes. So NetWipes is a tool where you can create your own homepage, very sophisticated, big disruptor to things like MSN or Yahoo. Really very simple to put up a compelling and nice web page, and then you can start selecting content that you want to have on your personal page. And if you're not there, nobody will select you for your personal page. So you need to be there. You need to also be, of course, on iTunes in the right spot. It took a while to get used to the process. You have to apply for okay, there's a new podcast and we would like to have it featured on iTunes. But also think, and Evgeny has explained it already in the morning session, think social bookmarking, so that there are tags out there for content that you have, tags that you will be found. For example, here we're offering one of our most favorite content that's out there. This is our German courses. Learn German for free. Wonderful MP3s, loads of content. Really one of the most popular outings there. Make sure that this stuff is being found out there. But this is the major topic for the forthcoming years, being found, not really search, but being found. Visualization, also maybe that a bit more futuristic. You just have to know how does your site look like on a small screen, how does your site look in other visualization environment, like here the Swarm, or this one, News Map. This is a very sophisticated, using a color scheme to display news, and you see the hot topics a bit bigger, and the smaller ones scaled down. You can have, of course, certain options, so whether you like to be informed from the perspective of a certain country and all this. You have to look this up. You have to see how does your content fit and look in those contexts. This here, just another form of visualization. You can dig deeper in there. You see immediately the hotspots where something is happening, where news is happening right now at a backtracker and bus tracker. Sorry, and this is from taking this morning. So you see where where stories are happening and how they interrelate. Very nice tool. And here, this is just what I mentioned. You have to dig into the sites where you want to be visible and see what do they do with your content. How do they tag it? How do they rate it? How do they rank it? And this is an area that you need to watch. Okay, the summary: on demand, on the rise, personalization definitely an issue, mobility huge, and most important for me, content aggregation is redefined. Those engines take your content and display it in a new context and group by topic. Sorry for this one. Okay, now for the core part, but I will also be still, I think, very quick. This is how Deutsche Welle, the starting point for Deutsche Welle, and where we are now. So, as I said, not really maybe innovation in the true sense of the word, but still a huge leap for an organization that is still, and we're right.